I was in a meeting in Mombasa where we are with the Canadians. The Canadians are giving us already dispensed 25 million Kenya shillings to support 7 counties in this republic to enhance blue economy skills and training of our young people. Out of those 7 counties, we managed to lobby as LREB to get 4, and those 4 are Siaya, Busia, Kisumu, and Homa Bay. We were unable to manage to get Migori, but it is on the cards. I brought it up yesterday when I was meeting the Canadians who flew in to this conference that we had in Mombasa. And they said they will look at how to encompass all the 5 counties in the county. But it is very challenging because even for us to pull those 4 counties, it wasn't easy because Naivasha has water bodies, Nakuru has water bodies, Turkana has water bodies, but they didn't manage to convince the donors the way LREB did. So I think we are on the right track. The last baby that we signed an MOU with is a company called Digirej from Germany, who are planning to do a special plan for the entire LREB block. They don't have the funding, but with the once we have signed the MOU, they plan to now lobby the World Bank to support that project so that we are able to talk from a point of knowledge, so that when we are having investors come here, we can place before them that this is our special plan, the digital spatial maritime plan, so that investors are clear and they know that they are able to reap back their profits, return on investments. So I think those so far, it has been well. Obviously, I was told to talk about challenges, and they are huge, but I would not wish to talk about challenges. That we always talk at the summit. When we meet governors, then we talk about the challenges that a secretariat has to go through. And they, a lot of times, mitigate and be able to set us on record. As you realize all those figures, the donors are very careful. They don't fund the applicants. Once we have submitted those applications to them, they now go down to the counties so that the money is accountable at the county level. So what is the challenge here? The challenge is that the secretariat needs support to be able to move around freely, move to Mombasa the way I did yesterday, and in the morning I was on the flight to Homa Bay. And thank you, Excellency Governor, for making it possible that we can fly, because I was so challenged that I will have to travel to Kisumu and then come by road. So thank you so much, especially for the fact that we are now able to land, like you said. And I did land this morning. Thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity to also give you an overview. I will not do that, but I'll give you a small overview on what we have done with the multi-agency group in the sectors of that we share common vision with, an initiative that was started way back in Bomet when we had the first successful LREB strategic plan launched by the president at that point in time. And I have, as CEO of LREB, been chairing that committee with my friend, the CEO of Kenya Maritime Authority. Kindly come forward and let our governors know the work we have done, because at the end of it, Excellencies, we are going to launch a program that will be led by Chair and has been funded very successfully by our partners, Mr. Were and FCDO. I would want him to come and take us through. But very briefly, I would like the CEO, my co-chair, to give you an overview of what we have done up to today in a very brief format before I call our partners. And we have done several partnerships with the Department of Health. 2 weeks ago, we signed one on triple threat effect in the LREB counties, and we are getting support and funding to ensure that our girls are kept off that triple threat calamity that befalls this country and especially our region. Thank you very much, Mr. Minga.
Thank you, yes. Okay, His Excellency Professor, as the chief guest for this occasion, my Governor, Gladys Wanga, let me add to the accolades that you've already received that you've done extremely well to bring us all together to talk about what is going on now. Let me correct, I'm not the CEO of Kanyamatam Authority. I was acting CEO when this program was going on, but I'm a director still in Kanyamatam Authority. And on behalf of the CEO, Mr. Martin Munga, I wish to say that it has been a wonderful time from the Bomet conference when we discovered that there are many agencies within the blue economy space. And they have different policies, different programs. But you can never hit a proper goal in the blue economy if you don't collaborate and work together. We have been dealing with the waters from the time we were born up to now, but many of the agencies are working in silos. So the element of collaboration is critical. And that's why we, together with the LREB, we came together to set up framework for collaborating. And within this framework, the goal of this framework is to break up the silos mentality. So we brought the agencies to define who they are, to bring out the key issues that they want to deliver, so that we can synergize in the approach to the blue economy. And that is how the multi-agency technical committee was set up. And so you can never reach the goals without measuring what you are doing. So there is a monitoring and evaluation framework through the support of FCDO that they have been helping together with the representatives from the key agencies to work out on how are we going to measure what we are doing, because you can only achieve when you can measure it. And that is what they have done. And so today, they are going to launch that particular framework for monitoring and evaluation. And if we go through that one, the agency is reporting what they are delivering on the key areas that we have identified, then it will be possible to know exactly where we are heading within this sector of the blue economy, which has got 13 different clusters, 87 different skills, and it's very huge. But unless we collaborate and work together, it cannot work. And this is what is going to be shown today so that you can see how successful it can be. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would wish to, not immediately, I will ask our team here to take the next program that will call you and our team so that we give the Chair the opportunity to launch this program. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Excellency Governor and Excellency Chair and all our governors and our visitors. Thank you so much for coming to support us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nagaya. Next, I'd like to call upon the Director of State Department for Diaspora to make very, very brief remarks. And thereafter, I'll ask our ICT team to just be on standby and we'll run the Homer Bay video.
Our chief guest, Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, our gracious host, Governor Gladys Wanga, the governors present here. My name is Boniface Munzala, Director of Savings, Investment and Remittances from the State Department of Diaspora Affairs. I'm here on behalf of the PS, Rosalind Jogu of the State Department for Diaspora Affairs. I have been warned to be very brief, and I know I will be very brief. I would like to say thank you very much for the Governor for giving us an invitation. This is the first time the State Department is collaborating with a county in terms of savings, investment, and remittances. Going forward, we would like to participate even more with this county and other counties so that we can be a liaison between the diaspora and the counties. The State Department for Diaspora is only 1 year old, And we had a conference in December last year, and in which some counties participated. And in that conference, we had a Nairobi Declaration in which we agreed that the State Department, national government, but through the State Department for Diaspora Affairs, would work closely with counties in terms of liaising partnerships. We protect the welfare and rights of the diasporas, who some of them come from here and other counties. Skills and partnership, skills and professionals. We also work with, we take care of welfare and rights, and then also talking about the savings, investments, and remittances.
Asante sana. Just a quick announcement. Could Ambassador Dr. Samori Okiwa kindly identify yourself for a short briefing with Charles by the stage. Just before we go on to the video, I'd like to request Mr. Tom Were, the CEO of ACT, just to be on standby for the launch of the Multi-Agency Technical Committee email system. Asante.
This is Homa Bay, nestled along the shores of the magnificent Lake Victoria in Kenya. The land brims in natural beauty, the lake warps with promise, and the people are culturally rich and welcoming. Homa Bay County is a land of untapped potential, rich in resources and ripe with opportunities. Here, the fertile soils and favorable climate offer robust value chains in agriculture and agro-processing. Cotton, pineapple, sweet potatoes, rice, sunflower, bananas, and many more crops thrive here. The county government has identified cotton as a key value chain in agriculture. After decades of abandonment, cotton is making a comeback.
We came in and we found that the cotton had already been left by the people. Farming of cotton, and today you will actually see that the production and productivity of cotton has gone up.
Jared is one of the registered farmers helping to revive the cotton production. Homa Bay County has set aside 42,000 acres for this purpose, which could benefit over 90,000 people in the county.
Due to bad payment and due to far away of January, is what led to drop of cotton farming. And if we can have a January next to us in Homa Bay country, I think cotton will go very up.
Sunflower farms thrive here too, but just like cotton, the farmers lack a local processing plant to inspire scaled up production.
Kothe mamoko kaka tiang iyudo ka nigi factories mondiko jogwengego, kendo jogwengego oketo mahino margi e tichgi kaka pur mar tiang, kendo kanye magimondo ondiko ji mathoth gitiyo nyaka odhiambo ka ging'e ni nitie factory gi mar tiang. De wanyalo yudo jaket mwandu thurwa ka kae to biro guro masin mana kaka nyocha waseyudo kigoto mar mokwa.
Sunflowers produce seeds that can be used to make edible oils and other byproducts. The soil and weather conditions in Homa Bay are ideal for growing similar crops. Kenya only produces less than 10% of the 9,000 metric tons of edible oils it consumes annually, with the remaining 90% being imported. The governor is keen on harnessing the opportunity presented by the edible oil industry.
Of oil palm, growing of sunflower, growing of groundnuts, growing of canola, growing of soya beans.
Homa Bay's wealth on land is heavily complemented by the potential of its waters. Lake Victoria's shores in Homa Bay are conducive to immensely profitable aquaculture value chains. This is Victory Farms, Kenya's largest fish supplier and the fastest growing fish farm in sub-Saharan Africa. In just 8 years, Victory Farms has grown from a handful of employees to over 700 staff and 90 branches across Kenya. The investor credits his exponential growth to a business-friendly environment in Homa Bay.
The current county government specifically has been very proactive, has an open door policy, and is extremely action-oriented. And that is very encouraging for any investor who wants to come into Homa Bay County.
Kenya's fish market has a deficit of 270,000 metric tons a year, providing endless potential for further investment in fish farming and processing value chains. Homa Bay County's stunning beauty and natural treasures makes it an attractive investment destination for tourism investment. Stunning beaches and breathtaking islands such as Mfangano and Takawiri are ripe and ready for resorts and hotels. Only a few resorts dot the beaches right now, with great potential for expansion. The Ruma National Park in the heart of Homa Bay is Kenya's last remaining sanctuary for the endangered roan antelope. It is also home to dozens of wildlife species and rare birds. And on the edges of Kendu Bay, the volcanic Lake Simbi hosts breathtaking flamingos and local folkloric tales. 2 hours away, plans are afoot to extend the runway to accommodate cargo flights. Lake transport connects neighbors Uganda and Tanzania, while an extensive, well-maintained road network delivers people and goods efficiently across the region. Additionally, the county has allocated 534 acres for a special economic zone where investors can lease property at minimal cost and benefit from special legal and tax incentives.
The Finance Act has created incentives for investors who invest outside Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, the major cities. And this investing within the Riwa Special Economic Zone will accord the investors these benefits.
Homa Bay County's new administration has prioritized creating a favorable investment climate and made significant investments in agriculture, education, infrastructure, and healthcare. The Homa Bay County Referral Hospital has seen improvements in maternal care, which has decreased infant mortality rates and increased the number of women choosing the hospital for their deliveries. Quinta is one of the satisfied mothers who delivered her first baby at the hospital.
I like the environment. It is so clean. Nurse Eunice and others, they treat me well. You know, you will know somebody better when you are in difficult moment. They always help me. When my child is crying, they come, wash, carry, and at least they are good.
Specialized healthcare, once requiring expensive referrals, can now be done locally, including dialysis.
I used to wake very early in the morning, going to Kisumu twice a week. So I went to Kisumu for 1.5 years. And now there's no problem. What they charges to me nowadays is peanut, like at home. But in Kisumu, it was a lot of money.
This February, Homa Bay County will host its second International Investment Conference. This year's theme is Unlocking the Bay of Endless Potential. The conference aims to showcase investment opportunities in the region and highlight Homa Bay's competitive advantage over its neighbors to the world.
I want to tell investors out there, if you're looking for a place to invest in the value chains that we have mentioned, Homa Bay is the place to go. You will find a conducive environment for your investment. Our job as government is to provide an environment for investment. So my promise is we will facilitate investment.
If you seek to invest in agriculture, aquaculture, tourism, and the blue economy, look no further than Homa Bay County. Our diverse opportunities stand out. Our hardworking people are ready with skilled labor. Our county government will support you to flourish. Seize the opportunity and help unlock the bay of endless potential.
Very much. At this point, I would like to invite the team from the Kenya Devolution Program. by FCDO. Are you here? You can come up. And this is for the launch of the LREB Lake Victoria Blue Economy Multi-Agency Technical Committee email system. And this segment of the program shall be run by the CEO of ACT, Mr. Tom Were. Karibu.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here, and I believe so are all of us. My name is Tom Were. I'm the CEO of ACT Change Transform, a Kenyan non-governmental organization. This morning, we want to share with you one of the outputs of the process of collaboration between a civil society-led program and a national and county government multi-agency partnership. But let me first of all start by thanking the host governor, Governor Wanga, for a great meeting, a great environment to come together. And I also want to recognize the chief guest this morning, Governor Nyong'o of Kisumu, and Governor Orengo of Siaya, and Governor Ken Lusaka of Bungoma. And thank you for visiting with us and sharing your day with us this morning. This is a program that started 3 years ago. We have 1 year left on the program. It's a Kenya Devolution Program funded by the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the British High Commission here in Nairobi, represented here by John Manyolo. John, most of the participants here know you. And in this program, we are collaborating with PricewaterhouseCoopers, represented here by Benson Okundi. Thank you, Benson, for joining us. And we have several other colleagues in the room from both ACT and from PricewaterhouseCoopers. And because of the limitations of time, I want to focus on what we're here to do. 2 years ago, our program committed to work with the multi-agency technical committee under the leadership of the Kenya Maritime Authority to develop a monitoring, evaluation, and learning framework to support the work under the Lake Region Economic Bloc. The focus was then to harmonize the results, to generate evidence, to influence policy, and to be able to find a way to coordinate under the auspices of the Lake Region Economic Bloc the sharing of knowledge and information that comes out of the work that the multi-agency was doing under what is called the Multi-Agency Action Plan. And about 7 or 8 months ago, having delivered the MAL framework, we received a request to support the development of an electronic monitoring, evaluation, and learning platform that would be easily accessible across all the agencies that are involved in the different activities under the leadership of the Kenya Maritime Authority. And PricewaterhouseCoopers led the process, and working together with an external service provider, InSoft developed this product that we want to launch this morning. And I want to invite a representative from InSoft, Mr. Wanyeki, to please come and just briefly share with us so that we can visualize what this product looks like, so that we can be able to appreciate what it is. And once it's done, with your permission, Governor Nyong'o, also the chair of Lake Region Economic Bloc, we will bring you a gadget or a laptop for you to help us reveal this product so that all of us can be able to see it, and that will form part of the launch of the email product. Thank you.
Okay, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. This is my first time to be in Homa Bay, and I'm very excited that it's such a beautiful county. So thank you very much for the invite. I'm super excited to be here. Now, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the email system that we are going to show you here today is a product of the Silicon Savannah of Africa, developed right here to automate the processes that MATC, the Lake Region Economic Bloc, are going to be implementing across the Lake Region. And it's a cloud-based system, and I'm simply going to explain about the benefits that you're going to accrue from the system once you start using it. So it's taking advantage of the latest technologies that we have in town. We have artificial intelligence. Maybe somebody is wondering, if I want to know how the projects being implemented within the Lake Region are performing, if I want to identify the investment opportunities that are available within the Lake Region, where are those investment opportunities? What are the risks for the projects being implemented within the Lake Region? You can now be able to get all that information from a central system which is going to act as a central point of truth, so that should any investor want to know about opportunities available, the risk associated with the projects being implemented, how the programs are performing, we now have one central point of truth where all that information can be generated. Now, the system is able to do three things, very simple. So it's able to analyze all the data being collected from within the region. It's able to make recommendations. It's able to make predictions even on what is going to happen on these projects, maybe a few months down the line. So it's taking advantage of the latest technology so that if you want to understand, if you want to analyze, if you want to predict what are going to be the outcomes of these projects being implemented, this is the central system which should empower you to be able to do that. So what the system is doing that, it's doing what is called evidence integration. So it's integrating all the evidence from within the region. We have worked with a very talented team from MATC, from the Lake Region Economic Bloc, and process experts from PwC to deliver this breakthrough system that is going to automate all the projects being implemented within the region. We are super excited to launch this system. Now, as John said at the beginning, there are no more silos. So people are not going to be working on disparate applications where you have to connect so many pieces of information so that you can be able to make a complete decision. No, there are no more silos. We now have one central system that can be able to digitize all those processes, and you can generate any information, any analytics that you need from one central system, which is extremely secure and simple to use. This is a product for the Lake Region. Now, and about security of the system, since it's running on the cloud, as I said, it's using the latest technology that we have in town. It's backed up, security of the system is backed up by Microsoft Foundation technologies. What that guarantees you is that as you access the system, as you share information, because as you log into the system, I'm very proud that Governor Nyong'o and Professor Anyang' Nyong'o is here and is going to be having the first click of the system. Once you log into the system, if you want to know what Homa Bay is implementing, the projects are there. If you want to know what Kisumu is doing, everything is there. If you want to know what all the counties are doing, what all the institutions are doing, you don't have to ask anybody. That information can be generated from one central system, which is extremely secure. And therefore, we can't wait to see the Lake Region transform your potential into results, transform your results into insights, because we have worked extremely hard to make sure that this project and this work that you are doing is sustainable. It cannot be sustainable without automation. And the key driver of all these, of the entire economy, is going to be technology. So I'm proud that the leadership of this region has found it very critical to have a system that can be used for generating that intelligence. So that is it. That is about the product. So it's being used by 30 plus agencies. We have 14 counties within the Lake Region Economic Bloc. And trust me, it's a great product that anybody who is willing to know about the trends of the projects being implemented within the region is going to find as a great resource. So thank you very much, everybody. We are proud to be here.
Thank you, Sante. Yeah, so could we just repeat the round of applause? Earlier on, we were having a conversation on health, and the conversation was, where is the evidence? so that we can be able to see the potential to invest. So this is one of the ways to begin to demonstrate the evidence. So as we, do we have already the laptop ready? Okay, so you have it ready. Would you like, where would you like Governor Nyong'o to come and do the honor of the first touch? And while Governor is coming, let me also use this opportunity to recognize the other colleagues who have put in a lot of work here. My colleagues Mercy and Rachel Kidenda. We also have Jeremiah, Helen, and Victor from PwC. You are, and Judy, the team leader of the Kenya Devolution Program. So,
thank you very much.
Yes.
So I kindly request to have you standing so that you can launch this great system for the MATC and LREB. And the sound system, kindly put for us our countdown as we run down towards the launch of the system. Thank you very much. So we have got the governor's login. The governor will just press login, enter, and then we will start the system. And the system has been launched.
Makofi.
You still can't see it.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Governor.
Just before the governor sits down, I'll request all the governors to come forward for a photo opportunity with the FCDO team to commemorate the launch of this system. Tom, quickly, the FCDO team, kindly. Yes, yes, please. Next, or you, yeah. Asante, I think the team can take the upper deck, kindly. All right. Thank you. The Fourth Estate, you have 30 seconds, please. Thank you very much. Asanteni, asanteni sana. And we now are truly heading towards the culmination of the HOBIC 2024. And in that regard, I'd like to invite none other than the man of the moment. He was christened, Mr. Polycarp Okombo, who is the CEC Industry, Trade, Investment, Tourism, Corporate Development and Marketing, Homa Bay County, for a vote of thanks.
To the chief guest, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, to the excellencies, the governors, our women rep, I will stand with the protocol that's already been observed. Good morning, everyone. Now, today I'm elated because it has been a very, very long journey. And it is coming to conclusion today. And my personal observation is that I can reliably say that it has been successful, 100%. Now, it was not going to be successful without the support that we received from very many stakeholders. And first of all, let me thank God for the successful journey which started nearly 3 months ago. I also want to thank my staff, particularly Chief Officer Orondo, wherever you are. Just wave. Director Bon, wherever you are, Bon, thank you very much for the great support, and also other staff members. I would want to thank also the steering committee. We had a very, very good team where the governor was the chair. Thank you very much, Waziri, Thank you very much, the chief officers and the directors that were involved in steering this successful HOBIC 2. Let me also take a special occasion today, special time, to thank Her Excellency the Governor. My governor, who is my boss, is a very focused leader, very visionary, and she has a great network. It is said that your network is your net worth. I am a witness to this. Without her effort, we could not have achieved what we have achieved today. Special thanks to you, Your Excellency. Let me also thank the President and the Prime Minister for having graced this occasion to make it a true international investment conference. I also thank all the governors who found time in their busy schedule to come and be here with us. We are proud of you. Thank you very much once again. I also thank CSS from the national government, the PSS from the national government, and all the officials from the national government who came and gave us support in one way or the other. Special thanks to our partners, Can Invest. We worked with them from the beginning, nearly 3 months. They helped us to package the investment opportunities. In fact, at one point, their offices became our offices. We could use their boardrooms as if we are in Homa Bay County. Thank you very much, the team who is here. Pass our regards to June for the great support that they have given us. We also thank COG for the great support in technical and also the real things that you are doing here. I want to thank our sponsors. There were very many. And I realized that turning somebody's money to be yours is not very easy. But when they agreed and gave us great support, just allow me to mention them one by one. One, we have Kenya CPR. Thank you. CPF, that is County Pension Fund. Thank you. We have KAA. Thank you very much. Safaricom, Gatsby Africa, KCB, DTB Bank, USID, FAO, Rivertech, ABSA, County Assembly, thank you very much, you are the speaker. Tom Mboya University, thank you very much for being a good host. LAP Fund, CDC, NHC, EcoBank, KRA, Skyward Express, Light of the World, ACTS, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, KTB, Kenya Medical Training College, EABL, KWS, Eco Network, Private Sector Engagement, PSK DESIP, Victory Farms, AGF, Renegade Air, Kaitano, Madison, Arambe Sacco, Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Capwell Industries, Kenya Banker Sacco, Kenya Tourism Fund, Coca-Cola, Bidco, Kenya Railways, the Boda community in Homa Bay, the local hotels, the business community, all our ASAs, the Kenya Police, enforcement officers, the local community, the Kenya Power Pension Fund, the Marginal Kenya, the GIZ, the Telcom Kenya, which am I leaving? CDC I mentioned, Anderson, and of course, Equity Bank. I can't forget about Equity. They were so great with us. And lastly, Isuzu. Let me also, because the exhibitors were so many, I did not have all their names. I sincerely thank them for coming to showcase what they have in Homa Bay County. I would also want to thank God for the last time that this conference was successful without any brouhaha. See you in May when we'll be having the Roan Antelope Half Marathon in May. Welcome all, and at this juncture, allow me to invite the PS, State Department of Devolution, Madam Teresia Mbaika. Karibu.
Thank you very much. To our chief guest today, Governor from Kisumu County, Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, Professor, our host governor, my sister Gladys Wanga, and all the governors present today, the County Executive Committee members from Homa Bay and across the country who are with us today, the members of parliament present, representatives from the Council of Governors Secretariat, representatives of development partners, partner agencies present, private sector CEOs and investment partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The good people of Homa Bay County join me in congratulating Her Excellency, the Governor Honorable Gladys Wanga, for the successful hosting of this very successful International Investment Conference. Having been here for the duration of the conference, have witnessed firsthand just how outstanding this event has been, with absolutely great participation from potential investors and enthusiastic residents of the county. Host welcoming and warm reception has been exceptional. Just about a month or so ago, I was here on an invite of Her Excellency the Governor, and during the visit, she spoke with apprehension of what she expected of this conference. I watched your speech in Mombasa as you addressed sons and daughters of Homa Bay County, based in Mombasa, to encourage them to join you at this conference. Have listened to you as you played host here through the conference, speaking with passion and excitement about what this county has to offer. And I must say, it is no wonder it has been as successful and impressive as it has been. His Excellency the President said, it is hard to resist your charm and pressure. I must say, in you, Governor Wanga, Homa Bay has got a gem of a leader. I watched a short film that documented your campaign journey and saw for the first time how convinced and convincing you were about serving in a county as a governor that you weren't born in, but rather married to. I could not help thinking just how special your conviction was. And now seeing what your vision could bring to this county, I can only wish you all the best as you steer this county to greater heights. When you think of the sunset counties, we rarely think beyond Kisumu. But here we are, witnessing the birth of a new attraction by the lake, one filled with endless potential, as has been very well articulated all through this conference. It is such events that remind us too clearly why Kenyans so overwhelmingly chose to change their constitution so that we can have a devolved system of government, a system that ensures Kenyans can determine their destination at the county level, a system that designates 2 levels of government that we are reminded by His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, in his address yesterday, must not work in competition with each other, but rather in a complementary manner. After all, the different levels of government serve the same wananchi. Ladies and gentlemen, the State Department for Devolution is supportive of such initiatives as these that seek to bring to life the provisions of our Constitution and the aspirations of our people. I must commend the county for the innovative approach towards ensuring participants gave their best during their stay here. The different panel discussions and plenary speakers have contributed to a most stimulating engagement all through the conference. Some of the outcomes have been immediate, such as the launch by His Excellency the President of the Riwa Special Economic Zones and the many MOUs signed. But I'm certain there is even more to be done over the next few days, weeks, months, and years to make this county the leader in the areas that Your Excellency, the Governor, you have so well articulated. May I take this early opportunity to congratulate you and offer our support and commitment as national government to work and work with you as you seek to achieve your objectives. We are aware that we must work together to deliver for our people. And as I noted yesterday at one of the panel discussions, we must do this despite the politics and sometimes which may confuse us. As leaders, we must deliver regardless of our political persuasions and adherences. In any case, the ordinary citizen does not care what political divide a leader may belong to, so long as they get the services for which they very diligently pay their taxes. His Excellency the President put it even better when he said, those in the opposition and in government must all mean well for the country, and as such must work together. This conference is such an initiative that will help spur investor interest in this county. The State Department for Devolution remains ready to extend support to counties to achieve their full potential. Excellency Governors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a week of joy for Homa Bay County, but for all the counties in the Lake Region Economic Bloc, and indeed across the country as we have engaged on the potential the region and the country has for investment and economic development. How great to hear of the potential to even work beyond our borders, connecting to such other towns as Mwanza in Tanzania and others in different East African countries. This is a potential that seems to have been the subject of a song that the Right Honorable Prime Minister so well sang here. It must be a potential that we must rekindle. Indeed, in the words of His Excellency the President, move from potential to opportunity and from opportunity to investment. I have no doubt in my mind that this county and the counties of the Lake region have what it takes to make us proud as a country by opening up the identified investment opportunities. Reflecting on these words, we expect county governments to improve the local investment environment and their services to investors to ensure the retention and expansion of existing investments and attract new projects. Predictable tariffs and tax regimes well-planned industrial areas and spatial planning as such initiatives. In addition, clear investment policies and tax frameworks to ensure a secure and predictable investment environment are key factors considered by investors during their investment decision-making process. I'm glad that Homa Bay is working hard in all these areas and more, and we can only wish you the best. But to succeed in this, county governments need to collaborate with other entities to provide serviceable infrastructure and utilities like power, transport, water supply, and sanitation, as well as telecommunication facilities. We know that the county government of Homa Bay has been busy with this aspect as well, and many more that we in the department highly commend. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, may I bring to your attention an exercise that we have been seized with that will potentially transform our county affairs in asset management moving forward. As you may be aware, valuation of movable assets, motor vehicles, has been concluded, and IGRTC is currently working on the modalities to immediately effect the transfers to the respective county governments. We have now started the second phase of valuation of fixed assets with focus on land and buildings. The exercise is being carried out by valuers from the Ministry of Lands in close collaboration with the county committees established in the legal framework chaired by the respective county secretaries. The exercise has kicked off concurrently in 30 counties, and Homa Bay is one of them. All the fixed assets, regardless of the availability of the ownership document, shall be valued by our team for transfer. May I say that for effective delivery, IGRTC shall be carrying out on-the-ground monitoring and evaluation of the exercise to assess the level of progress being made. Acknowledging the constitutional tenets on consultation and cooperation between the two levels of government and the positive impact on harmonious relations to public service delivery, I take this opportunity to urge the county government to support this exercise by availing all the corresponding ownership documents and any other relevant information to the exercise. And now, as we come to the end of our most fruitful week here in Homa Bay, we can only look forward to a more economically vibrant county that delivers for the people of the region, in particular, the country at large. My take home for you, the great people of Homa Bay, is to have a conversation around the following. Apart from the traditional financing, government transfers and on-source revenue, how else do we finance investments and infrastructure development in a sustainable manner at subnational level? Think green bonds, land value capture, and debt financing. Number two, speak to good governance and fiscal discipline to enhance investor confidence. Number three, adhere to and better still surpass the 30% requirement for development expenditure. Number four, and the last, remember also pending bills and unpredictable political environment can be counterproductive and may discourage potential investors. May I conclude by yet again thanking you, Your Excellency, the Governor, and the people of Homa Bay for a wonderful conference. May I also take this opportunity to wish you all the best in your desire to see a better county and region. I encourage you to remain steadfast in your focus. I leave with you the words of a Greek philosopher, Marcus Aurelius. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, PS. Let me now take this pleasure to invite Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay County.
Thank you very much. Our chief guest for today, His Excellency Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, Governor of Kisumu and Chair of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, Governor, my brother of Siaya, Governor James Bob Agri Orengo, who's been here with us from day one and has a booth here from the land of heroes. Governor, thank you. And called me to Siaya even for a week, built for me a tent there. I will just live there with you to really return the favor that you've done us by staying here with us this whole time. Let's tupigie makofi, Governor of Siaya, for really staying with us and enduring here. The Governor and Speaker Emeritus, Governor of Bungoma County, Governor Ken Lusaka. Asante sana for making time to come all the way from Bungoma. Our Principal Secretary for Devolution, Madam Teresia Mbaika, for staying with us this whole time, and also for a wonderful speech and very, very well put remarks. Deputy Governor of Homa Bay, Honorable Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, and other Deputy Governors present, Speaker of the County Assembly of Homa Bay, Honorable Julius Guy, and the Majority Leader and members of the County Assembly who've also worked extremely hard to have this happen, CCMs of Homa Bay, our woman rep for Homa Bay County, Honorable Dr. Joyce Osogo Bensuda, our CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, our investors, our partners who have been with us here throughout, our exhibitors, the public in Homa Bay, Asanteni Sana, Tom Mboya University, I don't know whether the VC is here, Asanteni Sana for being very, very gracious hosts to us. Today is not really a day to speak much because I'd like to leave this opportunity to my colleagues from the Lake Region Economic Bloc to just give perspectives on how do we then leverage on synergies that we could share as a bloc and the economies of scale that we could generate to get ourselves to where we need to be. Let me recognize also Ahmed Farah, the country director of the Trademark Africa and member of the National Investment Council. You've also been with us here throughout. Asante sana for your consistency. Bwana Yusuf Chanzu, asante sana. You're a member, director of the National Housing Corporation, and I'll give you a small moment in a minute to just tell us about the houses that we have and how we can buy them. But allow me to ask if there is anybody from Kakamega County here. Please come and make an announcement of your conference, because in leveraging on the Lake Region Economic Bloc, I think it is just fair, because you also have an investment conference coming up, to give you just half a minute to announce your conference, tell us the dates, and invite everybody to the conference. Please come. Please. Yeah.
The chief guest, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, Excellency Governors, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of His Excellency FCPA Fernandez Baraza, we take this opportunity to invite you to the first Kakamega International Investment Conference that will be taking place between 19th to 22nd of March this year. The conference had been scheduled to take place in this month, but in solidarity, when Homa Bay was already at advanced stages for the preparation, Kakamega, we moved the conference to March. And again, I would want to appreciate the graciousness of Your Excellency for giving us an opportunity in this platform to announce the conference. And as I've been spoken here, we've also been moving around offices and organizations trying to bring on board as many sponsors, partners, exhibitors as possible. And I can say, Homa Bay, Her Excellency the Governor has done a lot of work. Each and every office you are moving into, you could be told that Governor Wanga was here. And I think that is one thing that is worth emulating, and we are very happy. We have also come here, apart from exhibiting, His Excellency the Governor Fernandez Baraza instructed that Kakamega has to exhibit here in solidarity. And secondly, we have also come to learn, to benchmark on how we can make the Kakamega Investment Conference better. And we request that all other LREB counties that are here kindly take time to attend, because it's an opportunity also to see, benchmark, and also prepare for those conferences in future. Thank you very much, Her Excellency the Governor of Homa Bay, and we appreciate this opportunity you've granted that we are able to announce. If you want to do the registration, you get to www.kaiico.com. That will be, that is the website that is dedicated for the upcoming conference. Venue, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and see you in Kakamega. We will reciprocate your solidarity with us as Homa Bay. Bwana Chanzu, you just want to announce the houses? Yeah, just announce the houses. And if the houses, the affordable houses that are being done here, they are 70% sold out. So if you need a unit or two, this is your time to book in just half a minute.
Yes. Yeah, Your Excellency, the governor of, wonderful governor of Homa Bay, and all my friends, the governors who are here, starting with the Honorable Professor Anyang' Nyong'o Orengo and Ken Lusaka from Bungoma, and all of us assembled here. Good afternoon. Yeah, I think this has been a wonderful occasion, and I would like to say that Gladys, I think the governors who have not attended this function, from what I know and what I understand, I think those who have not been able to attend or have not sent representatives, I think they have lost a lot. The governors who may not have sent representatives. But I'm happy that people are able to see, maybe on TV, this modern technology and so on. My name is Honorable Yusuf Chanzu. I'm the chairman of National Housing. I trained as a quantity surveyor in the University of Nairobi, Edinburgh. I got a master's, and then I became chief quantity, and then I became a politician. I've worked with all these guys. But I'm happy. There were also others here yesterday. You know, we are many. So I now got back to my profession of building. That's why I'm at National Housing Corporation as the chairman. I'm very happy that when the other day, when the president was here, the other governor, the ladies from Embu, Nakuru, Kirinyaga, and so on, they were here. And you know, the rating, by the way, it's not something that we can hide. I was giving your lady colleague in Embu. Yeah, because when I went to the corporation, she was the first person to offer land for us to be able to put up affordable housing. But I'm glad that yours was launched #1 by the president, and it's going on very well. Yesterday, you heard the governor saying there was a bit of delay, but it's not deliberate. It's because we are trying to get the local technicians and so on, and the steel makers and so on, to be able to make windows. That's why there was delay in plastering. But I'm happy that the contract has been awarded, worth about 11 million shillings for the local window makers and so on to be able to do that. What I would like to appeal to my colleagues here, apart from being governors, I've already talked to Mheshimiwa Orengo, the governor. We are to have a meeting. What we want to do is to do the same thing in all the counties, so that there is no favoritism. And I think NHC, if they are well organized, we don't need to go for the money that is appearing in public. We can be able to sell the houses and be able to replow back.
Thank you.
So the one we are doing here is at about 70%. And for those who would like to buy, there are two options. There is Bomayangu, *832#. The other option is the NHC website. And once we hand over this house, I think we are going to put up some more, just like you had. We are able to do more.
Thank you, Chairman.
So I want to congratulate you and say that keep it up. And what Madam Ngilu said yesterday,
no, thank you, Chairman.
We are going to carry it along. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you.
Thank you, Chairman. Asante sana.
You are not clapping for me.
Allow me to take this opportunity to invite our woman rep for just 1 minute to just say a word. Follow here.
To our Chief Guest, Excellency Governor Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, the Excellencies present, our Excellency Governor, this is a county which is led by an able woman leader, and you can see the county MP, Honorable Dr. Joyce Atieno. We are two Atienos in this county, and we want to drive this county to where it belongs. I want to thank the peers, all the dignitaries who came to join us in the investment. Homa Bay County, as Homa Bayans, ourselves, we are investors. You can see in our structures, you can see in our vision, and all the work we are leading. Governor Wanga is leading across, I'm leading across all the pollsters. So work in front of us, we want to say that Homa Bay is a place to stay. We don't regret of anything, and the pledges that we made during the campaigns are being fulfilled. Governor Nyong'o, I left Kisumu, I'm here in safe hands, and I'm very sure you are proud of the work that we are doing. Mbele pamoja, Homa Bay ni mbele. In the nation, we shall keep our standards #1 throughout in all categories of sectors. Welcome investors, kazi pamoja.
Asante sana. Let me also welcome my DG. He has not spoken throughout the conference, at least not in the main plenary. So I'd like to invite you to just say in 1 minute something to our guests. You have supported me. You have stood by me as we push this forward. Please just say a word.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellencies, Chairman of the LREB region, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The President, His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto came here, spoke. The Prime Minister also came here, spoke. Ambassadors also came here and shared with us. The governors have also spoken. The waziris have also spoken. The CECMs and directors and the investors have spoken. So if you analyze all that what they have said, Your Excellency, I'm afraid I'll not add any value even if I talk up to 6 in the evening. So mine is only to tell you that Homa Bay is the best place, the safest place to invest in. Kindly invest here. We are humbled by hosting you for all this time. Kindly let us continue to network, collaborate, work together for the betterment of our people. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you, DG. Thank you for your support and commitment to the work that the people of Homa Bay gave us to together deliver for them. Our CCs, please just rise. I know tonight you will sleep without waiting for a phone call at 2 a.m. Our county attorney, Fred Orego, asante. Our TC for roads, infrastructure and public works, who was in charge of logistics. Our attorney was in charge of entertainment. We brought him from a lawyer to a dancer. We call him Papa Freddy for organizing all the entertainment. Danish, you're in charge of logistics, asante sana. Our CEC for gender, Sarah, you're in charge of exhibitions, asante sana. Our CEC for health, Roslyn, you're in charge of delegates, asante sana. Our CEC for finance, Solomon, you're in charge of budget implementation as usual, asante sana. And our CEC for trade, who has already spoken here, Polycarp Okombo, our CEC for Blue Economy, who was in charge of all the hospitality, Asante, our CECM for water, Dr. Lo, who was in charge of content for this conference. Asante Sana. I don't see a CEC for, yes, a CEC for education, Mr. Opere, who was in charge of security and protocol. Asante Sana. I think you have all worked together. Our chief officers just rise together with the directors, Tasimameni Tafadhali. I'd like to thank you very much for the excellent work that you have done to make this conference successful. Please just resume your seats. My chief of staff, Charles Odhiambo, Asante Sana, you have done a lot of running around to just make sure that everything is going on well. That hard work is appreciated. The Council of Governors team, Tafadhali, if you're here, please rise. Asanteni Sana. I know that some of the teams have gone already. I see Yvonne. I see all of you, really. I see all of you. Valerie, you led this team under the guidance of CEO Mary Mwiti. Asante Sana for the support that you gave to organizing this conference. Together with the teams that have already been thanked, Asanteni Sana. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite the governors to speak to us, and today we are talking about leveraging on our block to advance investment. So I'd like to invite you, Governor, Speaker Emeritus, Governor Lusaka, to please just come and make your remarks. Karibu. Makofi tafadhali. Thank you.
Wow, you know, when you are sitting in front here, you wouldn't know that the whole tent is full. Allow me to ride on all the protocols observed and say I'm very, very grateful also to be here to join in what is going on in Homa Bay today. Our sister Gladys, congratulations. When I come here, it's not that I'm lost or I did not have anything to do in the Bungoma. I had a lot, but I just came here because something good was happening here. If a whole president, a whole prime minister, all these people can come here, surely they cannot be here in vain. Something good is happening here. So I've also come to join in this celebration. And of course, this is a very well organized conference, and I speak from a point of knowledge because I've been a governor before. All that I will appeal is that those who have made pledges, please honor them. That is the most important thing, because otherwise you will bring a political problem to the governor. Because now everybody knows a lot of money has come to Homa Bay, and they will want to see a lot of things happening. So let us honor what we have pledged to give. And of course, I'm not very new in Homa Bay. I was here in 1995 as a DO1, and I can confirm that the evolution is working. When I was here, there was just a lot of music around in some Nyumba ya Mabati. There was a lot of Luo music. Of course, I love it. But as I came in yesterday, I could see a lot of different street lighting, new buildings, and that means that the evolution is working. And one good thing that Homa Bay has done is to have your governors run the full term, because it makes a lot of difference. When a vision like what Gladys Wanga has given us, if she's given an opportunity, you can see how she's going to transform this. And fish rots from the head. If the leadership is not right, then you can't get it right. So we have a lot of potential here in the Lake region, Lake Victoria, for example. There's a lot of what we can do, a lot of fishing, agriculture, tourism. I can tell you I went to Greece, not last year, to an island called Santorini. And we paid money just to go and watch the sunset. And it was there was a lot of drama. Yesterday, as I was coming in, I saw the sunset free of charge. So we have a lot of tourism that we can tap from this region. It's just that we need to be innovative. You know, where I come from, Bungoma, people believe Elijah Masinde kicked the ball and it disappeared. It has never come back. So I want to make some shoe and a spot where I think he kicked the ball, and to access that place you'll have to pay for you to be able to know where Elijah Masinde was. That is what we do when we go to Israel. Israel is the only country in the Middle East without oil but with the highest GDP because of tourism. You go there and you are told Jesus Christ's head was there. You pay more when you go where the head was facing. So we have a lot of tourism that we can tap in, even in Homa Bay. A lot of things here. So I really want to say that we have an opportunity. My sister Gladys, continue, and we're also going to do our best in the lake region to ensure that at least we transform this region. And as leaders, I want to repeat what I said one day, that if I asked you, who is the longest recorded man in the Bible, I'm sure most of you do not remember. He was called Methuselah. He lived for 968 years. Jesus Christ lived for only 33 years. We remember him. So it's not how long you live that you will be remembered, but what you do that will make sure that people remember your leadership. Gladys will remember you for this. Will not remember you for how long you will serve, maybe 10 years, but will remember the transformation and the lives that you are going to touch for the people of Homa Bay. And all of us who are here, we have been given an opportunity, but for her even to realize this, she needs all your support. She's the vision bearer. She will need the county assembly. She will need the CECs. She will need the chief officers. She will need the elected leaders to give her support for her to be able to realize this great dream that she has. If not, it will remain a vision, a dream that will not be realized. So we just came to support you as governors from this region and want to assure you that we'll support you. And when we also have a similar conference in Bungoma, or whichever, we may not have a similar one, we'll have something else. We'll also want to invite you to come and support us. With those very many remarks, I just want to say thank you, because sometimes when you come to Nyanza, this region, it's very difficult to speak English because the English that is spoken here is out of the ordinary. I listened to, even a prayer only was completely, I watched a prayer that was very complicated in terms of trying to comprehend. And I thought it was talking in tongues, but that is the English that you get from this particular region. You are well endowed. May God bless you, Asanteni Sana.
Asante sana, Governor Ken. Let me recognize the assembly. Assembly members, please rise. Just rise. You have been here throughout this session. At the back there, Eric, MCA for Homa Bay Eastward, Titus Asiago, Ruma Kaksingri, and Deputy Whip, Walter from South Kabwoch, Oumo Dongo from North Karachuonyo, Boaz Kiri Kakiri from North Kabwoch, Tom Raila from Fangano, my brother Councillor Wari from Game West, my own uncle Kolela from Wangchieng, Alice Winga from Kabondo East, Yvonne Becky nominated, Pamela Odira from Rusinga nominated, my sister Dr. Lillian nominated, Asante Sana, my sister Honorable Joan Ogada from Kojuach Ward, Deputy Speaker, MCA of Rusinga Hawkins, the whip, and I also thank you for whipping for these sessions, being the lead whip, Bobo Bondo from Central Kasipul, our Deputy Majority Leader, who is also the host MCA, Monoflorito Ndiek, Asante Sana, Jeff Ongoro, Chair of the Budget Committee and MCA for Kanyaluo, our Majority Leader and MCA for Kwabuai, Richard Ogindo, our Speaker of the County Assembly, Julius Odhiambo Gaya. Thank you for your support for the programs that we have done, and not just yourselves, the whole Assembly has been here throughout, and thank you for supporting us. Allow me to invite at this juncture, Governor of Siaya, Governor His Excellency James Bob Agri Orengo, to make his remarks. Asante sana. Makofi tafadhali, please. Asante sana.
Thank you, Governor Gladys Wanga. I've been on this podium before, and allow me to continue to congratulate you for a great job well done. Sometimes people say it's not how you finish, but how you start, but how you end also matters. You started on a very high note, and you're ending in a very high note. And we are proud of you, and I know the people of Homa Bay and the people of Kenya notice, not just notice, I think the whole country was there And so what a great job under your leadership the county of Homa Bay is able to achieve. And Homa Bay has had great leaders, including Bensouda here. Bensouda, when he speaks, there was a time when I was very scared to get close to her when she's speaking, because I thought she takes all the oxygen. But I realized, she's very, very good with the use of oxygen. That's why she can speak from the beginning to the end with a lot of energy. The chief guest, Professor Nyang Nyong'o, with whom I've been with for a long time, and I'm happy you are the one closing this conference. The Speaker Emeritus, who was my boss in the Senate, Governor Lusaka, who has worked in this region, in Kisumu, in Homa Bay, in Siaya. And of course, the wonderful PS in charge of devolution. Thanks for that great speech. And I think it would be a mistake if I did not show the people of Siaya who have been here from the beginning, particularly from the county executive. Could you rise up so that Homa Bay can see what a team we have brought from Siaya? Almost the entire county executive committee is here in Homa Bay, and they have been here from the beginning to the end. And therefore, that's why Governor Gladys have been going back and forward. I don't sleep in Homa Bay because they all sleep here. And I don't ask them what they do at night. And they don't tell me. Yeah. We love the people of Homa Bay, we people from Siaya. And we draw a great inspiration from you. It was not by accident that the Pinyidluo, the first event, was held here in Homa Bay. And we are going to benefit from what you did for us during that great event, at which you launched the Raila Odinga Stadium. Pinyidluo is going to take place in Siaya in August this year. And we invite all the people of Homa Bay to come. Yeah. The last time when we had a boat race here, Siaya won most of the boat races. During the Meguena Festival, you came to Siaya to revenge, and you won the 2 races, we won only 1. I hope you don't repeat. Secondly, we love the people of Homa Bay because you are our people, and when you come for Pinyidluo this year in August, please go and visit Gotramogi, because all the people from Homa Bay came from Siaya. Homa Bay is the biggest county, you've got the biggest part of the lake, but your roots are in Siaya. I hope that you're going to come. Now, the reason why we must work together sometimes are very plain. When Tom Mboya got married, I watched when they stood at the tip of the northernmost part of Rusinga Island. That picture is very iconic with Pamela Mboya. And the way they stood at the tip of Rusinga Island was as iconic of the picture when the 2 actors in Titanic were standing at the bow of the Titanic, looking out to the sea. And it came real to me later on that Tom Mboya, in order to visit his in-laws, he needed just 10 minutes boat ride to Oyoma. It's so close. It's so close. We are closer to Kisumu by boundary, but we are closer to Homa Bay by the lake because we share the lake. So I want you to come and see this mixture of our peoples. If you come to Uyoma, there's a ward there which is inhabited especially by people who came back from Homa Bay and settled in Uyoma. So we welcome you. The Lake Region Economic Bloc is a reality, and I realized it was a reality when we were trying to share with Busia County what to do with our rice, because we all grow rice. And we are just about to install a big, reasonable, sizable rice mill in Siaya, in some place called Usonga. And Governor Tuma, who was here yesterday, said, after you build a rice mill in Siaya, we are not going to build a rice mill in Busia, because we are together, we are in the same ecosystem. So let the people of Busia benefit, and people of Siaya would benefit. And you know what was happening in Siaya? We were going rice, but the paddy was going to Uganda. It was not even going to Kisumu. People from Uganda were coming to buy that paddy. They take it to Uganda, mill it, and then bring it back. So it was not fair to the people of Siaya. So it works for the Lake Region Economic Bloc to work together. And Governor Wanga, the day before I came here, the shipyard people and the Kenya Ports Authority were in Siaya. And they were saying, as they build the pier in Homa Bay, it is necessary to build a similar pier in Siaya to increase lake transport. So on Wednesday, we are going to them to Usenge, where there's a big fish market to be built, and to build also a pier in Usenge to ease transportation between the people within the lake region and maritime transport along the lake. So I hope that this cooperation under the umbrella of the Lake Region Economic Bloc will be deepened, like Lusaka would say, and strengthened. I don't know why you like the word deepened all the time. Yeah, and lastly, I am appealing for the Lake Region Economic Bloc to work together. Recently, I was sent courtesy through the chair of the Lake Region Economic Bloc to lead a team of governors to India to continue a conversation we have had with investors there in India. And prior to that, I also went to another meeting in Cairo. And many people are saying that they want to invest in counties directly, including in India. In fact, what we have done with the investors from India, courtesy Nyagaya, Raju, and all, because he was there, is work that requires the national government to give a nod to, because of how our system works. And since the president and Raila Amolo Odinga, the prime minister, said we should not be working in competition, I'm appealing to national government to reduce these regulations and laws that impede the cooperation between one county to another, so we can continue to have effective county projects and invite investors to our region. And just to make this point, there was a time when we were trying to bring an investor to do a PPP with us, and we went to the Treasury and the appropriate department to get the approval. And in the end, the investor says, you know, the kind of money we have, it cannot sit waiting for you. You clear the deck. Once you get these agreements, we can have another talk. So I think Waziri, PS for Devolution, we need to have a very candid discussion, because I think this red tape between the national government and the counties is impeding a lot of things that we would have done a long time ago. And Governor Wanga has shown that it can be done. You can bring investors here directly to Homa Bay. In fact, they can come and land in Homa Bay without really stopping in Nairobi, because that airport is actually in Machakos. So they can come here without stepping in Nairobi. Stop this red tape so that we can take off like Homa Bay is taking off. Thank you, Governor Wanga. I'll come again and again. And what a great county and what a great governor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor Orengo. And as I said, any time you say we should come, we will just cross by the boat from Bita to Luanda Kotien, and we will stay as long as you need us to be. We will reciprocate your very kind gesture to us, including when you invite us for Pinyuluo. We will be there in full swing. We'll bring better wrestlers and better boat racers this time. Our wrestlers were being carried like this and thrown on the floor the last time, even though they were looking very big. Kumbe wrestling is not about the size. It's not the size of the dog, but the size of the fight in the dog. So thank you so very much. And I'd like to just make a few remarks before I invite our chief guest for today to preside over the official closing of this conference. But before that, Dr. Silpa Owich, Asante Sana, please just rise and wave. You have been here with us the whole time from Equity. Asante Sana for your persistence and support. Joseph Mitito, I see you there. Kenya Power Pension Fund, you supported us, and we are most grateful for your support. John and your entire team of FCDO, PWC, and Asanteni Sana for staying throughout. Every day I stand here, I see you sitting there bright and early. I don't know whether I've seen my eyes or I'm seeing Engineer Silas Kinoti, MD of Kenya Urban Roads Authority. Asante Sana for making time to come and be with us. Neighboring you there is Engineer Oginga and the other people who've been here with us that whole time. Asanteni Sana for your support. We'll continue to recognize you as we go along. If you want to browse your internet, don't use your data. There is Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi around here provided by Safaricom and Telcom, and so you just choose. It's fast and free and good. I hope it's still there now that I have announced. As we come to the close of this remarkable 3-day International Investment Conference, I stand before you with a heart brimming with gratitude and hope. Together, we have embarked on a journey to unlock the bay of endless potential, and what a journey it has been and promises to be. From spirited discussions to groundbreaking agreements, each moment has been a testament to the power of collaboration and vision. And I am happy that today we close this conference not just as Homa Bay, but as the Lake Region Economic Bloc, standing together to leverage on each other's strengths and to see how far this can take us. When we started this conference on Tuesday, we sought to answer the question, why invest in Homa Bay? It is my hope and belief that this question has been answered through deliberations, collaborations, networking, convergence of brilliant minds, and shared aspirations. We have demonstrated that sustainable investments and developments transcend boundaries and cultures, laying the groundwork for a future filled with prosperity and opportunity. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we witnessed the signing of 9 Memorandum of Understanding with various investors, both local and international. These MOUs span various sectors critical to our socio-economic development, including healthcare, agriculture, infrastructure, and education. And I'm pleased to say that through these MOUs, we have raised approximately 17 billion shillings for investments in our county. And this was not inclusive of Victory Farms, who have committed to begin setting up of the fish processing plant within the Riwa Special Economic Zone, as well as the Defense Forces Comrades Association, who are planning to start and set up the Riwa Golf Resort, which will be an 18-hole golf resort that will be at the Riwa Special Economic Zone. The signing of the MOUs is not an end in itself. It is a critical step on the journey towards the realization of the endless potential of our county. Now we must pivot from the promises to action, from declarations to deeds. The true measure of our success lies in our ability to translate these commitments into tangible investments and ultimately into impactful outcomes to improve the lives of our people. We must move swiftly. Together, we must harness the momentum generated by this conference to drive real change on the ground. As they say, vitu kwa ground inaweza kuwa different. Therefore, the ground must feel these investments. To our esteemed investors and delegates, I extend a heartfelt invitation. Continue to walk with us on this journey. Return to your corners of the world as ambassadors of our county, spreading the word of the boundless opportunities that await in Homa Bay County. Come work with us, invest in us, and together, let us write the next chapter of success. As the saying goes, it is in the sweetness of friendship that there is laughter and sharing of pleasures. Beyond the promise of financial returns lies a deeper invitation to immerse ourselves in the rich tapestry of our social life, to partake in the warmth of our hospitality, and to become integral members of our community. For true investment transcends monetary transactions. It is an investment in bonds of friendship in the fabric of society. So, to our valued investors, it is my hope that you have indulged in the flavors of our cuisine, especially our world-famous ngege, swayed to the rhythm of our Hangla music, and experienced the warmth of our people. For in Homa Bay, business and pleasure intertwine seamlessly, creating an environment where investments thrive and friendships flourish. Let me express my deepest appreciation to His Excellency President William Ruto, His Excellency Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, and the entire Azimio leadership, whose support have been unwavering. To my fellow governors, thank you for your support and your solidarity. To our development partners, asante sana for your invaluable expertise and resources. And to all delegates and exhibitors, receive my heartfelt appreciation. Your presence here signifies a commitment to a shared future prosperity. Esteemed guests, in closing, let us carry forth the spirit of collaboration and optimism that has defined the past 3 days. I invite all participants to explore, to invest, and to become part of our journey towards the transformation of Homa Bay. And to my fellow citizens of Homa Bay, nikech geno waen dongruok, wariure, wachiure, mondo walok Homa Bay, water Homa Bay to the next level. Asanteni sana, erokamano, asanteni sana, and God bless you, and God bless Homa Bay County. And with those closing remarks, I would like to now invite and ask us to rise as we invite our chief guest for this closing ceremony.
Thank you very much, musician. I would have danced and forgot my speech, actually. My dear friends, governors who are here today, beginning with our host, Her Excellency Gladys Wanga, and then my deputy chair, Governor Lusaka from Bungoma, and my dear friend, Jim Orengo from Siaya. And all of you here who have come here today to join Homa Bay. Is it a bay of great potential? Endless potential.
I like that one. A bay of endless potential. Gladys, that's a fantastic slogan. And all of you are here today. First, I think I have a team from Kisumu. Can you just stand up and see people here where you are? There are not many, but they have survived. Okay, thank you very much. I was asked by Gladys and the organizers to talk about Lake Region Economic Bloc, unlocking the potential of collaborative networks. I'm not surprised that the word potential is there, because it is in the spirit of Homa Bay's investment conference this time. And indeed, what we are here today as Great Lake Region Economic Bloc is to join Homa Bay as an example of other counties for us to unlock this potential of a collaborative network. I feel really privileged to address you towards the tail end of this great investment conference, when almost all the guests have spoken. What makes the timing of my speech interesting is that the 2 days of presentations and speeches must have unlocked investment opportunities of this county of endless potential, as Gladys has just said in her speech, enumerating the number of investors that made decisions while they were here during the last few days. The success of this conference, therefore, and the exhibitions we have seen can only confirm one fundamental thing, that devolution is working, as my colleagues have said. There is no doubt that 11 years after the birth of county governments, Kenyans are enjoying the fruits of devolution. For over 60 years, Kenya has conceived great ideas, sessional papers and economic recovery strategies. As a country, we have believed quite rightly that these ideas can only be best harnessed and realized through a cohesive and unified political and collective leadership. Indeed, the aim of the Lake Region Economic Bloc is to provide our 14 counties with this unified political and collective leadership. We have set our eyes on those who every 5 years come with an olive branch, pleading that we give them the Olympic torch and that they would keep it alight and carry it, along with our dreams and aspirations, to the stadium of public performance and political leadership. We believe in them because they had stood with us when our dreams were shattered, our nation trampled, our economy raped and looted, and our leadership turned into a gymnasium of individual muscle flexing of grandiose levels. The renowned author, Joshua Farr, once said that what makes things memorable is that they are meaningful, significant, and colorful. Unknowingly, Farr could have been referring to the second Homa Bay County International Investment Conference, which has been meaningful, significant, and colorful. Unlocking the Bay of Endless Potential as your theme in a way amplifies a trait in which Homa Bay as a county has taken in critical areas of society to make a significant difference in our region. It is therefore a joy to be associated with my fellow Homa Bay Governor, Excellency Gladys Wanga, and the entire county leadership as we discuss the issue of unlocking the potential of collaborated networks within the LREP. It is envisioned that the plenary has been discussing ways of promoting growth in the 14 counties, which indeed it has. 5 key issues, however, are relevant to our discourse. 1, exploring and identifying key economic opportunities within the Lake Region Economic Bloc. An attempt has been made and continues to be made to unlock sectors within growth and potential untapped resources. The PS of devolution, my friend Terry, in her speech, has elaborated on this. And in that speech, I believe, promising that her ministry and the national government will work with the counties in this endeavor. I think my colleagues governors didn't emphasize that, and I will continue to elaborate on it. The second thing is discussing strategies for pooling resources and expertise among the counties to attract investment, foster entrepreneurship, and stimulate economic development. This indeed was the reason why LREP was constituted. Third, evaluating the regulatory framework and policy environment to identify areas for improvement and reforms that can facilitate investment and economic growth. I think when Jim Orengo was speaking, he referred to that issue, that quite often we cannot do much in unleashing investment because of the legal and regulatory frameworks that exists in Kenya. Quite a number of them before devolution came into being. Fourth, examining initiatives to enhance skills and capabilities of the local workforce to meet the demands of emerging industries and new investment. Indeed, providing our workers with opportunities to improve their skills through our various education systems is very central to empowering the workforce to join us in unlocking this potential. Fifth, exploring ways to attract domestic and foreign investment to the region by highlighting the region's unique selling points, investment incentives, and investment-friendly policies. The Lake Region Economic Bloc comprises the counties of Bomet, Bungoma, Busia, Homa Bay, Kakamega, Kericho, Kisii, Kisumu, Migori, Nandi, Nyamira, Siaya, Trans Nzoia, and Vihiga. The LREP has a total population of 14 million people, contributing substantially to Kenya's GDP. If you look at the population alone of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, you'll find that it is bigger than quite a number of European countries, which are prosperous economies as individual states. The overall objective of the bloc is to leverage economies of scale and shared resources in order to grow the economy of the region and improve the livelihood of other people. I think in Jim Orengo's speech, when he was talking about Siaya and Busia setting up a rice mill for value addition of rice in the two counties, that is a practical example of leveraging an economies of scale. In this regard, we have policies and programs in LREP aimed at widening and enhancing cooperation among the member counties in economic and social development in such areas as agriculture, health, education, transport, and energy supply. We should not forget social investment in health and education particularly. I will elaborate on that subsequently. The year 2024 will be a busy year for LDF counties as we move to realize our mission. From Homa Bay, we will be moving to Kakamega for the county's first investment conference. In June in Kisumu, we are holding an International Economic and Investment Forum in collaboration with the Union of Cities and Local Governments of Africa under the aegis of the African Investment and Territorial Agency, which is a special agency set up under the UCLGA to make it possible for subnational government to have access to capital. The Kisumu Forum comes 2 years after we became the first intermediary city in Africa to host the high-profile AfriCities Summit that brought together 13,000 delegates to Kisumu in May 2022. We have since had a lot of investment partners expressing interest in our region. Some of the notable ones include the Zipline Logistics Company, which is operating a drone technology at Chemelil in Kisumu. Zipline is already delivering drugs and other medical supplies in parts of Kisumu County and will soon extend its services to the other LREP counties. Early this month, we signed an agreement with an American company, Med Additives, which is set to construct a state-of-the-art pharmaceutical company in Kisumu. Once complete, this company will employ thousands of people and produce 2 billion tablets per year. The drugs will be for consumption in the LREB, the Kenyan market, and for export. As LREB counties, we had agreed that we go for investment projects that would add value and have impact in our individual counties, as well as the entire LREB region. First, it is important to note that key development opportunities for the region lie in the currently underexploited expanse of the region's natural resources. Such known gold deposits in Kakamega and Migori are still not yet fully harnessed for both job and wealth creation by more intensive capital investment to enhance productivity. Second, agricultural potential exists in the whole region. Migori County has great potential in building on sugarcane and tobacco farming, as well as fishing along Lake Victoria coastline. Kisumu and Homa Bay counties have potential for rice and cotton farming, as well as the cultivation of sorghum and sugarcane. We are delighted to learn that Anderson Consultants, in collaboration with Lake of Turkey, have gone a long way in preparing to invest in the vegetable oil industry in Homa Bay. Third, we have pointed out in our LREB blueprint the natural resources of the region can also be tapped into for energy generation. Rivers in the region offer opportunities for the development of hydroelectric power. We must continue to put more pressure on the national government to accelerate the implementation of the Sondu Miriu hydroelectric project, which will make a difference to the region. Exploration needs to be done on other rivers such as Kuja and Awaj for generating hydroelectricity. Fourth, the sugar sector remains unexploited as a major investment in the Lake region. It's a major employer of rural populations and contributes an estimated 15% of the agriculture GDP. LREB will continue pushing for the Sugar Task Force report to be implemented. Approximately 250,000 small-scale farmers, predominantly from the Lake region, operate in the sugar industry and supply over 92% of the cane milled by sugar processing companies, a good number of which have little interest in the economic transformation of our region. Granted that the industry directly and indirectly employs approximately 6 million Kenyans, and that is has additional economic impact due to its contribution to Kenya foreign exchange earnings, LREB needs to seriously engage with these companies on their low impact on the radical economic transformation of our region. I believe strongly in this, and I think we shall work together in the region to engage these sugar companies, not just to extract value from our labor and build their own capital, but make sure the impact they have in the region by reinvesting in the region is felt. Fifth, it's also worth noting that the Food and Agriculture Organization at the United Nations in 2020 launched 6 projects worth 650 million shillings in the LREB region. These programs focus mainly on enhancing job creation for youth and women, improving food and nutrition security, improving policy frameworks, and creating an enabling business environment. These are the kind of projects that the CEO of LREB was referring to. These projects were anchored on Kenya's Vision 2030 and the Big Four agenda, and were meant to help LREB achieve its economic blueprint broad agenda. Some of the projects included the following. 1, integrated county approach for boosting decent jobs for youth in the agri-food system in Kenya. This project is funded by SIDA and was being implemented in Siaya and Kakamega counties between 2019 and 2022. It needs really to be renewed. 2, integrated actions for innovative food systems across rural urban communities project funded by the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation and was being implemented between 2019 and 2022. 3, Opportunities for Youth in Africa program accelerated job creation in the agri-food sector. This program is currently being implemented in Siaya. I hope Governor Orengo, you are seized of that. Kakamega and Kisumu counties, and funded by Food and Agriculture Organization, and will run between 2020 and 2024. It is due to end at the end of this year, and we need to review in LREB whether we should, under what circumstances it should be extended. 4, Agri-Invest project funded by the Italian government in Vihiga, Kisumu, Migori, Kisii, Nyamira, Uasin Gishu, and Nakuru counties between 2020 and 2022. 5, overcoming the challenges of COVID-19 and food crisis to food and nutrition security in Western Kenya using food systems approach. The implementing counties of this project are Migori and Kisumu, funded by FAO, and will, has already ended in 2022. I'm just mentioning some of the projects that we in LREB have been able to do with development partners. 6, Kenya COVID-19 medium-term program framework funded by the United Nations for Kisumu and Turkana between 20 and 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue economy has a great potential to contribute to a higher and faster GDP. To benefit fully from this subsector, we need innovation and growth in the marine and maritime sector. The opening of the shipyard at the Kisumu port is already boosting opportunities in the blue economy. The shipyard has overseen the rehabilitation of MV Uhuru 1 and the design and building of MV Uhuru 2, both of which have been ferrying goods to Uganda through Port Bell. We must encourage investment in board and ship and boat building, which includes replacing the old-fashioned wooden boats with safer fiberglass vessels. And I'm glad today at the shipyard exhibition hall, we saw that they are moving fast in this direction, and this dream is being realized. 6th, the aquaculture investment concept focuses on the 5 counties sharing Lake Victoria shoreline as a common resource, with a bigger vision to eventually scale up the intervention to the whole block. Tremendous progress has been made by private sector in fish caging in various scales, the most successful being Victory Farms here in Homa Bay. We need to attract more heavy investment in this aquaculture area, following the footprints of Victory Farms. Globally, aquaculture production has increased by 30% every decade for the past 50 years. Asia is the dominant producer, with Africa only contributing 2% to the total production. It is to be noted that we as counties have the responsibility of establishing proper and business-friendly regulations to govern the fishing industry. Already, we are witnessing a remarkable increase in cage farming around the lake, especially in Homa Bay, Busia, Migori, Siaya, and Kisumu counties. This must be expanded to cover more areas under proper regulations and support for this industry. 7, our region must unlock the full potential of the Western Kenya tourism circuit, and we are happy Homa Bay are taking a lead in this. This circuit, which has remained underutilized, resulting in stunted growth of this very important sector, is really a new potential for the region. Thank you very much, Governor Wanga, for spearheading the development in opening the tourist circuit. I told you that during Christmas, I came for a holiday here without telling you, and I spent a week in Victoria Sands Hotel. I went to Rusinga, Mfangano, and all those islands, Bard Islands and so on, and I realized that this is where the future of Homa Bay lies in terms of investments. The tourism industry is a key contributor in Kenya's economic growth, both regionally and nationally. It contributes 10% to GDP and is the second highest foreign exchange earner and accounts for 11% of total employment in the country, according to the Ministry of Tourism. To unlock the Western Kenya tourism circuit, which has been sluggish, there is urgent need to adopt a new concept of tourism, that seeks to move away from game safaris to leisure and entertainment, which appeal to young people, let alone individuals and couples yearning for diversity in choosing holiday destinations. Governor Gwanga, the thing you are doing at, is it Ruma? This run, Ruma. This is the right direction, really, to diversify products of tourism so that people can choose destinations with new products. Key areas of potential include nature and wildlife tourism, agro-tourism, water sports tourism, and cultural heritage and community-based tourism. The potential of Homa Bay is immense because the sons from Homa Bay have already shown that you can go into the maritime economy and make success of it. I know that Sam Wakiaga and Mark Matunga have already shown what can be done in this area. So it is very important that we support our people who are leading in new areas of investments in the private sector. Eighth, as a region, we need to put more investments in health. Establishing more specialist hospitals, including trauma centers, is long overdue. We have to be fully prepared to deal with lifestyle diseases which are increasing exponentially in our countries. While we may not be able to afford such facilities as individual counties, we need to collaborate in sharing referral facilities within our bloc. We were lucky as a region because LREB put up a team of eminent people, including doctors, who help collect real-time data and offer timely advice on how to deal with COVID-19 when that virus hit our nation and the world over. We should learn from that lesson of cooperation in the health sector. The region's health sector continues to grapple with many challenges. These challenges include high rates of infant and child mortality, ranging between the highs of 12 to 15% in some counties, HIV/AIDS prevalence and malaria, also still a menace in our counties. In 2020, LREB signed a memorandum of understanding with the UK Export Finance to establish a center of excellence in health education and training to serve East Africa in Kisii. The 30 billion shilling project was part of the Kenya-UK Health Alliance that was to be established at Kisii University, where 65 acres of land had been set aside to house a hospital campus with 100-bed capacity. So this is one of the collaborative projects we have in LREB in the health sector. The complex was to include a comprehensive research center, theaters, laboratories, and School of Medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, biomedical science, and nursing. The facility was to be a regional hub for healthcare research, innovation, and training of advanced level medical personnel for Kenya and East African countries. The center will help increase the pool of well-trained medical professionals, support and strengthen health institutions, enhance quality assurance through offering quality training and medics and support research. Karibu. The hub was to collaborate with the best hospitals and doctors in the world, exchange students, lecturers, and research protocols between Kenya and the UK. It is a work in progress. I think this one is going to be one of the iconic institutions in the Lake region, which was initiated by LREB. As a region, our resolve is to work together to develop a resilient and flexible multi-professional health workforce with strong interprofessional working skills. Ninth, the first ladies from the LREB region have done a wonderful job in the past few years as they seek to address issues concerning health, especially screening for breast and cervical cancer, as well as human papillomavirus among boys and girls. And maybe we should now talk of first spouses rather than first ladies, Because here, the shoe is the other shoes, in the other foot or feet. The first spouses of the county have done a wonderful job in this struggle against cancer and human papillomavirus, which causes cancer in young people. The first ladies have also established programs in childhood education, gender-based violence, and menstrual hygiene among adolescent girls. It is to be noted that they charged the governor of Busia, His Excellency Paul Otuoma, to be the champion of the campaign for good menstrual hygiene among our girls and women. Makofi basi wewe. I'd like the delegation from Busia to stand so that you take back our congratulations to Governor Paul Otuoma, which has done a wonderful job in promoting this menstrual hygiene program in the Lake Region Economic Bloc. According to the National Cancer Institute of Kenya, 7% of cancer cases are diagnosed at advanced stages, with 2 out of 3 persons succumbing to the disease. The report states that between 2021 and 2022, breast cancer was the highest at 15.9%, while cervical cancer followed at 11.8%. The report further revealed that 46% of the new cases are usually diagnosed at a very late stage in both men and women. So I would like us to take very seriously the work that the first ladies are doing, because with that work, we could help reverse these percentages, which currently really are endangering our society. The campaign to kick cancer out of the region is slowly bearing fruit. The cancer screening and administration of the human papillomavirus vaccine that protects teenagers from contracting various kinds of cancer has already saved a good number of female folk from contracting cervical cancer. Let us support this campaign by asking our children aged between 10 and 14 to go for vaccination against human papillomavirus. The first ladies have also been spearheading the Nurturing Care for Early Childhood Development Education SMART initiative for the Lake Region Economic Bloc. This is aimed at sensitizing counties on early childhood for development education and sharing experiences on SMART model in the LREP counties. Key areas of this program are good health, adequate nutrition, safety and security, opportunities for early learning, and responsive caregiving. These ensure the first 1,000 days of a child's life is of good quality in terms of both health and nutrition. These efforts, ladies and gentlemen, are important as they help the LREP to fulfill its objectives as spelled out in our strategic plan. Our weakness as county governments is that we have not so far institutionalized the office of the First Ladies in our respective legal frameworks. I appeal to all our governors to make the year 2024 a new dawn for our First Ladies. We tried at the level of the Council of Governors to legalize the office of the First Ladies. We didn't succeed. I hope within the Lake Region Economic Bloc we can succeed. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest investment plans in the offing in the region is the construction of a railway line to serve 14 counties that Jim Oringo was talking about. Jim led a team from the Lake Region Economic Bloc to India a couple of months ago to go and engage in this discussion. We are in discussions with the India Railways Corporation to realize this project, which has also been brought to the attention of the national government at very high levels. When I say very high levels, you know what I mean. We also have plans to have solar power production, if possible, in Lake Kanyaboli, in Siaya, to provide alternative and affordable energy to our residents and institutions such as hospitals, noting that the bills from Kenyan Power Lighting Corporation is now very unaffordable to most people and institutions. The solar energy will address power production and give the LREB residents affordable, cheap, and clean energy. This perhaps, given the regulations we have in government, is one of the most difficult projects that we have on our plate. And as Jim was saying, one of the things that we must do at the national level, Terry, is to re-examine these rules and regulations, because we are willing to go to exploit our potential, but rules and regulations stand in our way. With commitment and support, ladies and gentlemen, from the political arms of the county governments and goodwill from our people, LREB will change the investment and development landscape in our region, as Homa Bay have shown us today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you are tired, but I had to give you a full dose of what I was asked to do. Have I done it or not? Makofi basi nyinyi.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'll just request that you stay on stage, and I shall invite Your Excellency Governor Wanga to make a presentation of a gift to Governor Nyong'o. The gift, please.
Kanyako somo gimabera inyanyanga lori nyakindu. Kanyako somo gimabera inyanyanga lori nyakindu. Yomadio Nairobi bora udimos na beldina. Yomadio Nairobi bora udimos na beldina. Yokilo duto apako ika wapo inyagawo. Yokilo duto apako ika wapo inyagawo. Kumrako elo taworo iyalis wapo inyagawo. Kumrako elo taworo iyalis wapo inyagawo. Edala unyakindu anyako wadagi mitimu jopako. Edala unyakindu anyako wadagi mitimu jopako.
Okay, just a few minutes. I'd also like to invite Your Excellency Zorengo and Lusaka kindly join other governors on stage for a quick photo session. Yes, I think right here is perfect. I would also like to invite the PS to kindly join in on this photo kindly. And we shall take one more photo right after this. And I shall invite the Women Rep, Deputy Governor, to kindly join in on this photo. And the
Alisalongo nyinge nyagibeno pondo manyamina wo. Amor kalongo nyinge nyarki karachonyo.
Assembly members, please prepare yourselves. You will come now to the back to join in on this photo in a few minutes. County Assembly members. The majority leader, please join in. You have to move fast, please. If you can align yourselves to the left, and we'll keep calling you in. Okay, County Assembly members, followed by the CECs. So CECs be on standby. Please come right down. Come right down. You can use all the staircases. Please move right down to the end here. Yep. Move right. Please come this way. This way. Move to your right a bit more. Thank you.
It's money in this track.
Okay. Come to the next step, please. Next step. Yep. Yeah. Kindly come up this way, please. Okay.
Karibu Homa Bay na usiwari, ngoja kwanza tukupikie samaki hadi ulambe sahani ujihisi nyumbani. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. The MCAs, you can leave, and I'll invite the CECs, please. If you could hasten your footsteps.
We got big school, so we learn it.
CECs, you can take the step right behind governors.
And see the beauty of nature, then climb to the
step
hill.
up, yes,
Homa Hills,
CECs.
there's a beautiful adventure, yeah. Kabunde strip, that's where we catch a fly, yeah. We plant pineapples sweet like honeycomb. Plenty of food, there's fish and potatoes. Invest in us cause you'll never regret. Freshwater lake like Victoria is the best.
Okay.
Karibu Homa Bay. Homa Bay. Welcome to Homa Bay. Homa Bay.
Okay, thank you very much, CECs. Now, CECs, Siaya, please hasten your footsteps and come and take the very position the CECs from Homa Bay took. CECs, Siaya, and Chief Officers, Homa Bay, please prepare yourselves. You're next. If you could come to the wings so that we can move fast. Okay. Just take the second row. You can move all the way to your right, please. Thank you. Okay. Right. Chief Officers, Homa Bay, please be on standby. You're next. Okay. Thank you, CECs, Siaya. Chief Officers, Homa Bay. Alright, hasten your footsteps, please. You don't want to miss this photo opportunity. Chief Officers, Homa Bay. Okay, thank you, Chief Officers. And the Governor, together with the Provincial County Commissioner, and PS Isaac Maura is here, and PS Teresia.
Homa Bay. Welcome to Homa Bay. Homa Bay. Karibu Homa Bay. Ni sniper. Kadeki Star. Endless potential.
Okay, County Security Team, just take the back row here, right behind. Right in the middle, please. Go right to the middle. County Security Team. Yeah, go all the way to the end, please. Thank you.
Homa Bay. Karibu Homa Bay. Homa Bay. Welcome to Homa Bay. Homa Bay. Karibu Homa Bay.
All right, thank you very much, security team. Now, investors, just one representative per organization of the investors, if you're still here, and partners. Yeah, investors and partners, just one representative kindly. All right, please hasten your footsteps. Investors and partners, just one representative per organization. Other partners and investors. All right, there we go. Yep.